Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel where I will be crocheting it forward in this video by showing you how to make this remote control caddy. It's good for your sofa arm, your recliner arm, totally up to you. It has 4 pockets, and I even made a pocket for my cell phone, and then a smaller remote. I have my universal remote, and then I have my Blu-ray remote. So just adding this to my crochet home playlist, so please check that out. I'll be making some more videos here in the next, I'm planning maybe in the next week or two to get started on my bathroom series, so be looking for that. So let's get started. Okay, so the materials you're going to need for this video, for this pattern, is you're going to need a ruler. You're going to need whatever yarn that you want to make your remote caddy out of, some scissors, a 6.0 millimeter letter J hook, a sewing needle, and of course your remotes. Okay, so let's grab our 6.0 millimeter hook, letter J, whatever yarn you're going to use. Again, this is a great scrap yarn project. Make a slip knot, and we are going to chain 22 plus 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 plus our 2, and then from your in the 4th chain from your hook, and we're not counting that one, but we're counting this one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, make a double crochet and a double crochet all the way back to our beginning chain. So this chain 3 counts as a double crochet, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And you will start all your pockets for your caddy just like this. I'll give you the measurements for my remote controls or my pockets, and then you can compare them to your size or whatever size you want. So we're always going to, at the end of each row, we're going to chain 3, which is going to count as a double crochet. We're going to turn our work, and that counts as this one. So we're going to go right into this next one right there and make a double crochet. So we're going to double crochet all the way across. This is such an easy pattern. And you know, if you don't like the double crochet, you can probably do this with the single crochet. Follow the exact same concept. You'll just be making more stitches, because single crochets, or maybe even half double crochets, and it will obviously take you longer as well. So we're just going all the way to our end. It's a quick project too. This is also good for a housewarming gift. Or a Christmas gift, birthday gift. Okay, and I just wanted to show you this To get our edges to be really straight, you're going to double crochet in the second chain, not the top of the third, but the second chain. That gets you like right in the middle. And you do that for every time you reach the end of the row. And then you chain 3, 2, 3, turn your work, and then just do that. So I will meet you back here after I'm done with my 40 rows. Okay, so I just finished. I fastened off. I crocheted my 40 rows. So I'm going to set this aside and we're going to go make our first pocket. The first pocket I'm going to make is for my remote that measures, and I'm just going to do this for the first one. And then I'll just give you the measurements for the other sizes. So this measures, and I'm not counting the Roku, about 5.5, 1.5 inches. So for that pocket, I crocheted 13 double crochets for 9 rows. So then what I would do is make a chain of 13 plus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then you double crochet in your 4th chain from your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2 double crochets because we are counting the chain 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then our last one, 13. Okay, and then I'm going to chain 3. I'm going to just continue on with the pattern and then go back here and make my 13 rows across, and I'm going to do this for 9 rows, and then I'll meet you back and we'll go on to the next size remote. Okay, so I just finished my 9th row, and I want to just give you a little tip on not wasting yarn. We're going to need, for every pocket, enough yarn to sew in your ends. So what I did is just go all the way around my piece, my pocket, one time, plus this one side, and that way you know. So let me grab my little remote, and I'm probably going to put this, let me get that through, and I just want to show you how this is going to get set up. So this is how you know how many. So it's gonna, what I used as a guide is 1 double crochet on each side to sew on. And then down at the bottom, we're gonna scrunch it up a little bit. But we're not doing that yet. We're gonna make all of our pockets first, but I just wanted to see how that comes together. The next remote I have is, oops, a different one. It is to my Blu-ray disc player. This is the big one. And the Blu-ray had 16 double crochets across and 14 rows because it measured approximately 8 inches in height and 2 inches in width. So let me grab what color I'm going to use. I'm going to use this gray for this one. And then to start this one, and like, you know, your measurements might be a little bit off, but I'm just giving you a general idea and then sharing my pattern. So the Blu-ray is 16, so we're going to do 16 chains plus 2 for an 8 inch by 2 inch remote. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, plus 2, and then 2 in that fourth chain from your hook. We're going to double crochet, and then we're going to double crochet all the way across. We should have 16 double crochets, and we're going to work up for 14 rows, and I will meet you back. Okay, I just finished my 14 rows of 16 double crochets for my Blu-ray, and I just wanted to show you how it's coming together. So again, I have left a double crochet on each side so that I can use for stitching, and then as well as down for the bottom, and it's still, for me, I like it to pop it out a little bit, that way I know which remote I'm grabbing. So moving on to the next size remote I had, and this was my universal remote. This one is approximately 6 by 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 6 by 2. And for this one, I did 14 double crochets across. Use this color for that. For 10 rows. So we would crochet. We would make 10 double crochets plus 2, and then start your double crochets in your fourth chain from your hook, and then you'll get 14. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, plus 2. Now we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 from our hook, and then we have 2 done because we're counting this chain 3. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Also, probably should have said this earlier, what you want to do is to measure before determining how many double crochets is take your chain and then just go all the way around here and make sure that you have room on each side, leaving one stitch, one double crochet stitch on each end, and that's how you would measure and get your gauge. So I'm going to do this for another 9 rows because this is 10 rows, and I'll meet you back and we'll do that last pocket. Okay, so I just finished this one up, my universal remote, and I wanted to show you how that fits around that. So the last pocket I made is for my phone. Let's get our ruler out. Phone measures almost 3 inches, like 2 3/4 inches on the width, about 5 1/2 on the height. So I made that one 14 double crochets across with 10 rows. So that would be 14 plus 2. That's the last color I'm going to use for pockets, and we're going to chain 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, plus our 2, and then we're going to double crochet in our fourth chain from our hook. 1, 2, 1, 1. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then all the way back for our 14 stitches. We're going to go all the way back here. We're going to get 14 double crochets for 10 rows, and I'll meet you back and we'll move on with sewing. Okay, so I just finished my pocket for my phone. I just want to show you how it fits, and just to be clear, I don't think I was very clear, but I wanted to show you how you come up with your stitch count. Oops. There's my crochet hook here. Like for instance, if I wanted to make a pocket for my glasses, I would grab my yarn and do a chain for a cross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, because I want one stitch. Just going to be the end double crochet, and then just keep going. Where was I at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Still not long enough. 15, 16, 17, 18. I think I'm going to go with 20. Oh, 22, 21, 22. And remember, you want it to be kind of loose right here because it's got to slide in and out. I'm good with 22. And then from here, I would chain my 2 and then make my first double crochet in that 4th chain from your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you would just need to keep working upwards, coming back and measuring the object that you're going to be making your pocket for. So I just wanted to clarify that. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is make a single crochet row and border. I decided to go ahead and do the border first before sewing on the pockets because that can be a little bulky when I made my first one. So what we want to do is just attach, and I'm not going to show you how to make the double crochets on top of the single crochets on top of the double crochets because that's pretty obvious, but people get confused sometimes on the chain 3s or the double crochets on the side, so I just want to show you what I do. So I just slip stitched on, fastened on, and then now I'm going to go right in that same stitch and make a single crochet, and then we're going to go this way, and then in your corner right here in this corner stitch right there, we're going to make 3 single crochets. And I'm going to work in my tail as I go. And so like this next this next stitch is a double crochet, and what I like to do is just go in the middle of that. So one row I'll do 1 single crochet, and then the next row I'll do 2, and then I use this space right here, this small space right there for 1, and then the other one here, and I just repeat that. The next row is a double crochet, so I just go right in the middle of the double crochet, and then the next space, you can see that right there, and then right there. So that's how I sew up my sides. It turns out pretty easy. It's not bunched up. But go ahead and do a single crochet row all the way around in the same color, and then I'll show you the border. Okay, so I've already fastened off. I've done my single crochet row. I'm going to grab another color, and I'm going to do a border of shells. So we're going to get our slip knot. I'm sorry this is a dark color, but this is the color of my friend's sofa, so I just wanted it to kind of match a little bit. So we're just going to grab a corner. We're going to start in a corner, or near a corner, because that's how I want you to do the corners. So where you have your chain 3, that's where we're going to make our shell. So we're going to have to skip 2 stitches to the left, and you can, like right here, I just slip stitched. Now I'm going to single crochet and then skip that 1 stitch, and then in this corner stitch we're going to make our shell, and that's 5 double crochets. 3, 4, 5. Okay, then you're going to skip a stitch, single crochet, skip a stitch, and then make your 5 double crochets, and that's the repeat for the shell border. looks like I attached some yarn here. See how this is going to play out. 1, 2. Three. Oh, I got it. Might be able to just work those in. 3, 4, 5. Oh, that worked out. Skip a stitch, single crochet, skip a stitch, 5 double crochets, and that's what you're going to do. And just try to really try your best when you get to near your corners to spread these out. You might have to skip 2 stitches. You might have to not skip a stitch so that we can get those shells in the corner, and I will meet you back and we can sew on our pockets. Okay guys, so I have my border all done and I sewed in my ends, and at this point you want to fold your piece and then figure out which squares are going to go where. Now I'm going to tell you right now, don't panic because it's not going to fit because it goes past the holder. Don't panic because what we're doing is we're going to lift it. We're going to lift these pockets so they'll fit one at a time. So I'm going to go ahead and take this one first and leave myself enough, because I'm going to use this row right here, the outside double crochets as well as the chain right here at the bottom, and I'll show you what I mean when I do that. But go ahead and grab your hook. Thread your needle. Decide how many rows you want it to come down. I think I'm going to do maybe two crochet, 2 rows. And then we're just going to latch on. You're just going to sew. You should already have your tails, so, and just keep crocheting, keep sewing down the same, I want to say like this row right here of double crochets. That's what I'm using as a guide. So again, I'm just sewing it on, not putting too much pressure in there. Trying to be consistent with the stitches. Not trying to leave too many gaps in between your stitches either. Okay, now in the corner. Now with this, I'm just going to tuck in my tail. And then this is how we're going to, because we want to use only like half of this. We want this half for the other pocket and this half for the first pocket. So what I did is I bunched it up a little bit like this. Okay. And then go through 2 stitches. I'd use 1 double crochet and I would skip every other stitch on the pocket. So this double crochet row is where I'm going in, but I'm doing every other stitch in the pocket. Which actually is the chain. Still making sure that I'm only using half of this. And you'll see where it bunches up. See right there? So I know I got this half for the other pocket. So I'm just going to go around the corner this way. And then finish up my last side. And you can hold your piece however makes you comfortable. It's kind of uncomfortable for me right now because I'm recording. So this is like not normally how I hold my pieces. But then too, you don't have to go all the way through to your other side. Just like the surface stitches. And I'm having just enough yarn, which is good because I don't like to waste yarn. I do suggest that you don't, if you have two big remotes, you probably don't want to put them on the same side. So that, you know, it's like over bulky on one side, the caddy is. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Okay, and I'm finishing up right here. And I'll make another stitch with a knot. And then see, well, I only had that stitch come by, but try not to go all the way through so it, I mean, they're not going to see it anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter, but and then you can just sew in your end, go through some stitches. I can actually go, well, let me go down this way so it's not obvious, and I'll just lose this end. Going through there and then back the same way, and I like to turn my needle the other way if I know it's not gonna fit through without falling out. I just sew with the back of it, the back end of the needle, and then just pull through and you have it. So go ahead and do your other 3 pockets and I will meet you back with the finished product. Okay folks, here it is, the finished product. These are the pockets for the remotes, and you can get really creative with this. You can make these, you can actually make the caddy bigger, so you can put like a tablet or something like that, or a cell phone, not a cell phone, a house phone, cordless phone. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share. I appreciate everybody's patience. My apologies for any confusion, and together let's continue to crochet it forward. Bye now.